Minnesota to the Netherlands, Netherlands, caravan, getting cheddar, man.
You know, and on 9, he didn't even.
I know.
So he will never. He is.
Oh, I see now.
What's up, man? Yeah, I have no choice. I got fucking. They tried to grab a hold of my StreamYard, man. This is getting fucking crazy, man. Like, people are fucking just rolling on in like they know everything. Like, dude, I'll tell you what, man. I saw it. I saw it all. I saw a lot of things I didn't want to see. But that episode, he will never come on this show again.
Why?
Well, because Square decided to go play it on several other channels. And now Square, I got a message of him talking to Buddy Rowe. Oh, thank you for taking down my stuff. So now they're trying to gang Square up against me.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
He's not going to do your show again then because it was replayed on other platforms. Is that what he said? Was he upset or something?
He was. He wasn't happy at all. He wasn't happy.
Well, that wasn't your fault though. So
yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm respecting.
I get it. Okay.
The man fucking brought me back to a time I didn't want to go back to. Not intentionally either.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying.
Listen to his documentary. People don't understand how real that dude right there is. Not just your willy-nilly, I cut my grass and I go on YouTube every night. No, he's not. He's not that. He's part of the Actors Union, number one. Number two, he's been on several fucking Discovery Channel shows. Just go listen to The Voice. And, you know, he's done about it.
I'm going to listen to it again. I have to listen to it a couple times, I feel, but yes. Yeah.
Well, it's going to say the same thing every time, man. He knew.
Oh, I know, but I hear different things each time because sometimes I get thought processes that I tune out certain things that are said or I don't hear them quite in the way that they were said, you know, so I like to listen
to he definitely got me. It brought me back. Okay, so at that interview, right, it always happens when me and him do an interview. In the middle of the interview, my ears began to ring, like seriously, like began to ring, you know? Yeah. So I knew right then and there he was doing some kind of communication, and he didn't even know it. But Preston Nichols told him he could hypnotize people. That's what it said in one of the documentaries.
Well, that's why I wanted to listen to it again, too, just to see if he was.
You don't talk about that. You don't talk about
that. Yeah, but I know how to listen for it. I know the modalities. You know, I know the cadence and everything that they would be
using. Just using his mind. Just using his mind with me.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
We're both Montauk boys, bro.
Like you said, you had the Montauk connection going on, and I think that's what
you heard me say that. Yeah. I felt it. But so he had nightmares that night, too.
Do you think it might be implants communicating with each other, or
no? He's been dealing with nightmares for years.
No, I mean the ringing in the ears and everything.
Oh no! It has to do with he was telling the truth about a possible different dimension on 1990. So I believe it was 1990. Some shit happened to me, and I have recall of at one point, me and a friend, we went to a gas station by the name of Hess. I don't think they have them anymore. But
I don't know it.
Watermill, it doesn't matter. The point is we got
West Coast.
We got ripped up in a white van and taken out there, and all I can recall back to is waking up in the middle of the woods, no shoes, no shirt.
I wanted to ask about that too. And just what?
Just pants.
Okay, then. So how did you get there, though? Do you know if it was because you were put under? Do you think like they knocked you out? And then all of a sudden,
well, I don't really. I have a flash of when I got ripped in the van. It was me and my best friend actually. And I can recall names of the kids now that I remember during my experience at Montauk. Now, whether or not I had it in another dimension, parallel universe, there's so many opportunities.
So in these memories, I'm curious too, because like he said that I believe he said he can remember energies and stuff like that. Like he can remember you, but he doesn't remember specifically the way his. Oh, that's what he on. And he didn't see faces, right? So he has a hard time with that. But did you see faces?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I did, yeah. And so a lot of them are no longer here.
Oh, sorry.
Overdoses, and so yeah. But it's besides the point. The thing is I mean, it's been a wild ride with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Because he did something.
So how's it happening, if I may ask? Like, you're just going about your day and you get flashes of things, or you're trying to sleep, or what's going on?
What I do is I get vertigo. I've had vertigo a couple of times now. So I'll go lay down, and when I go lay down, I have a tendency of falling back into it. And I I'll remember a dark room, or I'll remember what somebody was wearing, or I'll remember being next to another kid, or, and knowing who that kid is by face. It's as real as the day goes along,
Okay.
It sucks. But yeah, I do remember battery too. I remember everything I've said pretty much has come up. Just like, no, actually, Suzy King, music, whatever, you can go fuck right off. Seriously. I'm getting tired of you idiots. You're just pissed off because I erased everything. I won't be letting anybody up here and ever again. I'm not gargling anything. What are you doing? Sucking cock? Is that what you're doing? You want to talk shit? I can talk shit too. Trust me. I'm not backing down on you. I don't like you, man. Get the fuck out of here. Get lost. Go do something with yourself. Go play with yourself. No, why don't you go put the or pull the dick out of your fucking throat, bro? Why don't you go do that? Idiot. Clear your fucking throat. It's so weird how much you fucking, want to know about my throat. No, you're obsessed with dick, you motherfucker. You are. You're the one who always talks about throat and shit. You sick fuck. That's why I'm banning you from the goddamn chat. Man, people just can't leave me the fuck alone, man.
I hear you. So this base you were talking about with the B, and you said it was like, is that the one with the staircase in between the walls?
In this base, Montauk. You can say it. It's flat out. It's Montauk.
Oh, I don't remember. No, the base though. You just said it. You just said it was.
Yes, Montauk. It was Montauk. He said
started with a B. Started with a B. Bunker, maybe it was, or something like that. I don't know.
No, it's Battery 260, which is an entrance way into Montauk.
Because that's where the stairs are, right?
Well, there's a part way in there, yeah.
Okay, that we're assuming is there.
Well, but then the place that we spoke about, I found, and he never even knew, and he's been working there. He worked there for years, and he never even passed that fucking hole. You know what I mean? Where the ladder was, and when I dropped the rock, the fucking thing hit hard, but it went deep. It went deep. It went fucking deep.
Okay then.
Hey, Cammy, you know what? You're out of here now. I'm gonna have a talk with Gene about your stupid ass tomorrow. You're going to start respecting me, or you're going to get the fuck on up out. See ya. See ya. Yeah, it did go deep. See, you guys like to make sexual comments out of fucking pain and fucking suffering that people went through that you don't even know about because you're too fucking retarded to know about it. All you know about is jumping on YouTube and fucking with people. Get the fuck lost. Serious.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
This is why people don't want to come on here. And I have people, and this man right here will tell you, I know people. I know people in the military. I know people. You can believe all you want.
I bet hers goes deeper. So
I bet her fucking throat goes deep. Fucking cunt. Fuck out of here.
So with this hole and everything.
Don't tell little me I called you a cunt. No, do you need to get the fuck out of here? Because they're all trolls. They're all trolls. I'm just gonna ban every one of them that walk right through the door. I'm gonna ban every one of them. And then they're not gonna get what do you call that? They're not going to be released. And if any of my mods release them, I'm going to explain I do not want them in my fucking page. No, what's up? What's up? Okay.
Don't
worry about that shit, man. Don't worry about the comment. I'll take.
Yeah, I'm getting my train of thought back because I was thinking of something a little earlier that I was going to.
Rocko, it's been a couple. Glad to see you were with Gene. I'm doing perfectly fine. And please don't consist of my altar because that's playing games. You're playing with you people don't realize what you're playing with. You really you don't understand what you're playing with.
Now you do say like you don't like Stranger Things, and I absolutely agree.
No, actually I did get a correlation to that. No, I got a correlation.
But there were some rooms in there that I was seeing, and I'm like, man, some of those rooms kind of do look like what I saw in Montauk is Strange, so.
Well, Montauk is Strange please don't bring the channel up. I don't even think I'm going to bring him on here. I think I'm going to privatize that video.
Well, I've never really watched it. I just seen some of the videos that you sent me there, and that's what I was referring to. Was the videos you sent me.
I know where Joe spoke about me and Rocko. He was a skinny guy. Yeah, man. Yeah, I met the man. That's what I mean. These people don't understand. I've dug my feet deep.
Well, in regards to that, though, we have to have understanding, right? Because it is an esoteric concept, and so people have to override their own belief systems, and then they have to do the research, and that takes a lot of breaking down of walls to get to it. So their perception is going to be that automatically, and it doesn't make it any better. I understand.
It's not respectful. They do it on purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they don't get a pass.
You're right. You're true. That's true too.
They don't get a pass with me anymore. Mama Payday literally follows me everywhere. I went on a panel with Jean today on another platform, and she was over there fucking screen sniping. So it's like these fucking people, man, they don't get it. They don't stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they say horrible, horrendous things.
Yeah.
And I'm going to unleash something, bro, that's going to hurt a lot of people. I'm telling you. I'm at that point. I've been through hypnosis now, tying back to those Stranger Things. The arcade, I do remember going to a place called Chuck E. Cheese as a child. So there is, some kind of correlation there as well. But now there's also the correlation of the BMX bikes and how me and my friends used to ride BMX bikes as well.
Yeah.
So when Joe was talking about him in the arcade and they would leave and his friend, and I told him about luring the dude down and shit. I'll tell you. I don't know who you are, Two-Faced. What's up?
Remember, there's a time where you were even trying to figure out if you were imagining things because
I'm
everybody
not
goes
gargling.
through that.
Am I gargling, bro? Do I sound like I'm gargling? No.
And maybe their connection. I don't hear it.
Pass, bro. You're giving them a pass. These people are fucking.
I try to always be a little bit.
I don't. Not idiotic comments like this fucking.
I know the
sexually harassed. Stay in here. You see what I'm saying? The fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Like, out of here. Gone. Where's my mods? Start blocking these fucking retards. Block. Well, you're out of here. And so the hell are you? I'm done. I've been dealing with this all day, man, with people. People just need to stay the hell on about their way and, I'm not modding anybody else, man. My trust level right now, I put the link down. Someone tried to steal my link, so I had to restart the whole fucking live. You know what I mean? So they're, people just can't even pay for their own fucking lives. They want to.
Hi, Mama. I just saw a message. Yeah, you can mod one person at a time anyway. So
that's why I deleted the fucking. You understand the link, so nobody can get up here. No, you're fine, Mama Bird. I'm just trying to explain to him these people are coming in here to just be assholes, man. They're really just being retarded fucking asshole fucking. It never fails. It never fails. I'm trying to have a good conversation with a good friend of mine and put out good content. I'm not butt plugs and all that other bullshit that you guys bring up.
Yeah.
Tubby board gay fantasy. Wow. People are so fucking rude, man. They're
Thank
just
you, Mama.
rude. Huh?
I just said thank you, Mama Bird.
Anyway, I took the correlation and I definitely added it up. And I do remember disappearing on BMX bikes. I had a GT. I had a GT at 10 years old. There's a lot of stuff I really can't discuss on here, and people are probably like, "Oh, he's just paranoid schizophrenic." No, it's called. There's evidence to my claims.
Well, they haven't said that. I was listening to what the psychiatrist said specifically because I was going to nail it, and she said he's showing signs of schizophrenia. That's like when you go to a psychiatrist and they ask if you're hearing voices, you have to say no, because it's not like you're hearing voices all the time. They look at schizophrenia as black and white. You either have it or you don't. So if you hear a voice, then you got schizophrenia. They don't look at it as a spectrum. There's people that can actually tune into things, and then there's people that can't not tune out of it.
Pass, man. I don't give her a pass. She's not welcome on my
Oh,
chat.
I don't either. No, I don't either.
Give her a fucking pass.
But
she talks horribly about me behind my back. Square is doing the same thing now.
Not giving her a pass.
Really getting that. It's really getting annoying how now Square's acting tough.
But she did not call you schizophrenic, so just know that.
No, she has in the past.
They do look at it as traits of schizophrenia because that's the way they're trained to look at it. That's why you never talk about that side of you to a psychiatrist, maybe a therapist, but not a psychiatrist.
Square nods out every fucking night. There's been times I was on Square's panel and it took 20 minutes to get his fucking attention.
I know.
20 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
But I don't want to judge anybody about that,
No, I know it for sure. No, there's people that have showed me proof of it.
I didn't hear the first part you just said, though. I didn't hear the cause or something. I just heard the
pills.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So
they said,
and that's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it's just something that you have to. They're gonna have to work through, So I don't.
Yeah, but they don't need to be coming. They're gonna come over here and start talking about my dead dad. You understand? Talking about
I'm not giving them a pass. I'm
gonna go at them, dude. Get used to it. I'm gonna go at them. I'm gonna give them fucking smoke. Yeah. I don't think you understand. That word is used a different way with me. My hand is on the trigger 24/7. I probably blocked and here's the thing, I'll put them away for a little while, right? And they come back out and do the same fucking shit.
Yeah.
You would think after like I blocked you a couple of times, you know, a couple of times, you would think, okay, maybe I should respect this guy because next
they're
time
professionals.
Might not, you know what I mean? He might not even. I'm not dropping the link again. I'm not.
Yeah.
And there will be people that'll want me to drop the link. You'll see. Anyway, so okay, there's a song called "Hello, My Name Is Human," right?
Oh wow.
Okay, so
I don't know it. Yeah, no, I don't know it.
highly suspect. Well, if you look at the room they're in, the robots and all that shit, and it, you know, if you look in that room and you see the pillars, that's exactly what it looks like underneath Montauk. I can recall that exactly. Like it's like a white room and there's black. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. And there's mad, like, you know, tables and wiring and all kinds of shit. Now, see, that's the 90s part. You understand? Joe went through it in a different time, but now I could have also went through it with Joe in another dimension. Can you hear me? Chad.
I'm back.
Okay. Yeah.
I couldn't find the screen. I went to try to find that song that you're talking about, and then it cut me out and put me on mute, and then I couldn't get back to the screen.
Tell me the truth. Look, man. I gotta say it, man. Like it was weird. I got really sick. Mama Bird went away from the computer. She'll tell you that night. And I came back and I was off the live. So I turned everything off. I went and laid down, and as soon as I laid down, I started going through a fucking. It felt like a literal like rabbit hole, like night rabbit hole, wormhole, like a wormhole. And I was traveling back to 1990 and looking at my younger self. So that's when I started getting more memories. And that's when a few of the memories popped up about being in the middle of the woods. You know, people think it's funny, you know, like, oh, no, you know, do you know how to tie your shoes? You know, that comment. I mean, until this happens to certain people, and you don't want it to, trust me. And it seems like people that troll the web that think that people like us are crazy, something eventually happens to them. And it's because of their luck they push.
I have to think of how that works energetically, though. But yes,
yeah. I know how it does.
Yeah, because I understand that, like when someone curses you, it sends bad energy your way. But if they keep cursing you, I don't understand how the energy comes back at them. You know, eventually or whatever.
No, it's called meditation and then sending your own.
Oh, okay. You gotta, yeah. Okay.
I can do it. Look, dude, he had me hypnotized in the middle of the show. Just his voice, like something. I don't know. When I first met him, he looked me in the eyes like it was like a soldier form, like kind of when he looked me in the eyes. I didn't go into that part deep, but he looked me in the eyes and he said, "You want to go down there? Would you go down there?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, and all of a sudden, bam, I started to have a memory of some real crazy shit of, you know, almost shit. Maybe that might have been one of the entrances I was brought into. And there's another floor below that, you understand, with a hatch that opens and then it goes even deeper, if you understand what I'm saying. And there's like these boxes, it looks like boxed off rooms, you know what I mean? Like there'll be a tiny hallway and it'll be like pitch fucking dark. And there'll be these small rooms, you know what I'm saying? Very small rooms, dim lights, no windows. Dude, oh man.
Sorry, yeah.
Must be.
Yeah, I was gonna say you even get triggered by the musky smell. I was gonna say, yeah, like a school desk or something, yeah.
Not even that. More like it's just it's like, oh man, I don't know. I had a vision of my head being dunked, waterboarding kind of.
Oh wow, okay. What about electric? Have you gotten the electric things, or is that
not that I can recall? I'm not going to say I have. No,
I think that was a big part of Hemming Sink, and
I mean, no, they were breaking. They did it in different ways.
Yeah, and MK Ultra, of course. You know, they do the electric shock therapy, which is just, I'm sorry, that's just sick as heck. I mean, to put electricity through someone's brain. I mean, my God.
Well,
it's like, oh come on, that's like got to be the worst.
I'm gonna be probably going out there next summer. Yep. And this time it's like I'm facing my demon. I'm gonna go there with you if you want to go. And I'm gonna meet up with a few people.
Yep, I want to go.
Probably do about a couple of days, because what the fuck was it? He was telling me something about a campground that he thinks I need to definitely stay at. He said because of the activity pickup. And
campgrounds can be very suspicious. Yeah,
that's what I mean. But he also said to me, he said, "Oh well, there's definitely been sightings, and you know what I mean." And I'm curious to know if there's anything elsewhere in Montauk because of how deep it goes. Period. So
yeah.
Like
I mean, there's some people that thought they were on Mars. So
yeah,
maybe there's a
your consciousness when you were sat in the Montauk chair is what I read. Okay, so I had a vision of myself, and I was in that chair, and there was a psychic next to me, and then there was somebody in a lab coat and a tie, and then there was a lady, and she had a pen and a pad, and she was writing everything fucking down. Like it was crazy. Like so, I had that full on flashback, right? And they were telling me that I'm, everything's going to be all right. You're going to be, and I could hear in the background, like literally like I could hear the sound of fucking, Buddy Rowe. I'm sorry, man. You got to get the fuck on up out of here, bro. I don't like you. You have said things about my family, me. You're a horrible person and you need help. Now getting back to what I was saying. So we were in that where I was at in the Montauk chair, right? And what I remember was
with a psychic next to you, though. Why a psychic? I don't get it. Is it because they're charging your energy, or they?
Yeah, to enhance me more.
Got you. Okay.
And you also have these digital angels that come out of your body. You understand, and all that stuff, how they can transform you, reprogram everything, like to what they want it to be. So you're totally fucking, you're drugged up. You know what I mean? They play songs like "In the Mood for." Hold on, I'll play it right now. This song right here is a Montauk song.
So is it like an anchor so that they can just play the song and it's like it brings
you here? This is why I say LSD plays a major part. You understand?
Yeah.
Ready? And
well, I know that hypnotists would like to be able to, in a friendly way, be able to
subscribe. But it's kind of triggering. It's kind of triggering to some people.
Yeah, you got to be careful. That's true. Yeah, but if you had somebody on LSD and you're doing hypnosis on them, you'd be able to get them to do anything, but in a positive way. Quit smoking, do stuff like that, because they wouldn't be able to fight it. So that's why they use it in these programs. Yeah. And plus, hold on. What's this? The fear.
No, this is it. Let me see. No, this wasn't it.
I'm in the mood for love.
Oh wow, man! Creepy as
God. You're near me.
Oh, that would be creepy as fuck. Is this the sound?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. I'm gonna listen to the words to this song to see why they play it.
We're under. Oh, is it any wonder? I'm in the mood for love. Why stop to think of whether this little dream might fade? We put our hearts together. Now we are one.
Oh wow.
I'm not afraid if there's a cloud above.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off.
Okay, yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm getting triggered.
That would have been creepy as heck. So they play it before or while you're in the chair, or what's going on?
While you're being broken, bro. I mean,
it's lovely.
A process of,
that is sick. Yeah.
You make it. A lot of the kids never even made it to the fucking chair, bro.
Yeah.
They didn't make it to the chair. You were, and like I said, a lot of us will.
So what do you think about this thing that Penny Bradley talked about, which was like that they had the technology to regenerate?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to talk to. There we go. Hold on.
Did they have the ability to regenerate you if they damaged you, or is that something that was maybe?
Stop bringing Buddy Rowe back in here. Whoever's bringing Buddy Rowe back in here, stop bringing him in here. I don't like him. He's my opposition, and that's all there is to it. Yeah, no, it really does. It is brutal. It is brutal. The experiences of that shit is brutal. And when you got people that don't believe you, make fun of you, it's even harder. You know, it's even harder to understand it. Being even me myself, even sometimes when I discuss it with other people, it's like I feel very uncomfortable. Like, you know, people are probably laughing about, oh, that song, but you got to understand, if you listen to the words, there's meaning in there. But it's also like, oh, I'm high on LSD.
Yeah, I heard it.
I'm in the mood for love. You know what I mean? So
and hearts joining as one.
Down. It's freaking the kid down more and more and more and more and more. That's after he's been dunked several times until the point of death and brought back, and then fed that acid. Then fed the acid after he was brought back because his mind now was split after he was near death drowning.
Yep. And they say it's so easy to do that with the child that like if you literally take a child and you put it in really like cold water, and then you take it and put it in extremely hot water and you go back and forth, it'll split its mind right there on the spot.
It's scary.
Yeah, that's how easy. The little kids will create bubble personalities, which they call alters, I guess. Yeah. And it's a protective mechanism that's well known in psychology, you know, that this lady is calling signs of schizophrenia, I believe.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I don't really recommend to just go out there on acid. Okay.
No.
There's a lot of people that think that that'd be a good idea for them. And I don't particularly suggest it because of what I know about this and what I know. And I've spoken with an historian. I've spoken with a historian that's told many of these other people, that these conspiracy people, that I'm one of the most credible people out there because everything lines up. I lived on the airbase housing.
Yeah. Anybody with a mental health issue should definitely not be doing, you know, that's for sure. Because there's demons there waiting for you when you open your other eye. And stuff, you know, like even the people that do out of body experience that are professionals, you know, like the ones that are from Morocco or whatever, and legitimately leave their body and everything, say like it takes years to be able to do it because the first times you leave your body, there's everything there that's in your field, you know, and you have to learn to face that. And it takes a couple of years. You take a drug like that, and you're just going to be opened right up to it, you know.
Well, that's what Timothy Leary. You understand? That's how what I do with the Timothy Leary situation. It's like, you know, he was giving kids acid, and I actually know a gentleman, which we would never get on here. You know what I mean? Like, he's like older, but like he's still scared to death of what the government would find out and, you know, about him. You know what I mean? And what he knows, because it's hell's bell. I apologize if it's boring content, but actually it's pretty informative content. But yeah, those shows are good.
I think it's just going over his head.
No, it's a girl, I believe. It's a female.
Okay.
She's cool. She's been cool. I just don't want Buddy Rowe in here, man. I just don't. And that's my prerogative. So right. Joe also talked about the time continuum. And what do you feel on that? And what do you feel about the possibility of, like you said, I could be connecting with my younger self in 1990. That's what's probably happening, is what I feel is a huge part of what I feel is going on. Is I reached out to 1990 and all the stuff, because I was talking about this before, is why didn't I get into sports, boxing, you know, like heavy duty, you know, why did I always go to the partying and hanging out with it, you know, because I was looking to probably suppress whatever it was going on. You understand what I'm saying?
The harder the drugs, the more trauma that person went through, right? You know.
Well, not necessarily the harder the drug. I mean, I was drinking a lot at a young age.
There you go. Yeah, that's a pretty bad one.
I started drinking at like, I'd say around 14.
Right.
But I mean, I still believe they used me in the foster care system. They did.
Well, you know, when they're putting you on LSD and then doing the things they do, and then you're not expecting to get
life. That could have been the best life for me.
Okay, then I'm glad you said that, because when you were bringing up this, I'm glad you
parables too. I believe I have several parables for Montauk. First of all, my last name is Fowler, which Montauk equals Fowler. The historian was telling me this stuff. That message I sent you. Yeah, very important, man. That guy right there
convinced me. Yeah.
Well, I might not give it again because I just don't. I'm afraid, not of you, but of just, I don't know, man. Things go missing quick. But he is wanting to do some pretty important things with me, man. Like he did DHP stuff, but our stuff is totally different. You understand?
Mhm.
Our stuff is where we're going to start digging into the Montauk boy, what he went through.
Mhm.
You know, on both angles. You know what I mean? The '90s part of it, and then the earlier part of it, which I always say, why are they just going to up and leave this place and not do anything here when they were making all that money? You understand?
Mhm.
And the other part is people still go missing in Montauk and they don't do nothing about it.
Mhm. And their national parks. Yeah. A
I
lot of
mean,
people go missing that they don't report
yeah,
on.
but it's
It's not an
Montauk,
uncommon thing, but yeah, that's like a Bermuda Triangle of it all.
right? But it's Montauk. We're liars, right? You know, there's also
Right.
a there's a story of
Okay.
Spanish kids going over the
Mhm.
fence by the radar tower, and one of them never came back.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think you're right, and that was just recently, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and because I recall. So the thing is too is with the time continuum thing that he was talking about, that he said that he was just then, thinking about and how that works and stuff. I'm glad you brought it up because you didn't bring it up on in the interview about the past life
Well, he
connection, and
it's a possibility of
and
several
that's fine.
things. No, he did. He did say.
But he doesn't think past lives. Remember, he calls them parallel lifetimes because he doesn't believe in time. They all happen at once. But
I
I
kind of
think
don't.
he's saying in parallel lifetime.
I kind of don't believe in time myself because if you
Yeah, me
remember, okay, I go to bed right now, right? Say I go to bed, boom, I'm asleep, right?
Yeah.
Say the time is 11:45, right? Okay, or 11:40, we'll give it, right?
Yep.
I fall asleep.
Yep.
I wake up at 11:45. I've already been taken, beaten, used, done. Everything has been done.
Yeah.
You understand? Because they can just take time and manipulate time. You know, it's like I remember being a kid and that portal opening up in my room.
Okay.
So
there's validity to what Penny Bradley's saying then.
well, I mean, yes, and but the thing about it is why would I be waking up to these like weird portals just opening up in my room when I'm a child?
Well, the alien thing too, yeah, the celestial thing that happened to you.
And I'm already now I'm finally getting it because I was gifted.
Your parents witnessed it. Yeah.
Well, not only my parents, but the memories of what happened at Montauk.
Okay. So what's your mom's interpretation of this? Like, what does she recollect? Do you know, like, as far as that might
she couldn't she was totally paralyzed, and there were four of them in the room. And she said,
no, not when the aliens were there. I remember that very well. I'm talking about the Montauk situation in the school and everything like that. Does she recall this, or
she believes me? She believes me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because she knows about the permission slips.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So she wouldn't. She would know.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
Also,
interesting.
And also, she used to go to teacher-parent conferences. And in the '90s, those white vans, we were all warned about. The family members were warned about it. There are people riding around in white vans trying to snatch people up, kids. And they'll use like sometimes if the kid they feel might just, cooperate. But somebody that's like on a BMX bike, they just got to roll up on them and grab them, like he said. You know what I mean? I don't recall it happening to me like that. Only I recall it happening to me coming out of that Hess gas station. And that was it. And then waking up in the woods. But knowing that something weird had happened to me, you understand? Like knowing they definitely took me and programmed me and did something with me or used me on a possible mission. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's good that I have the recollection that I do of certain areas because now when I go out there, I have a funny feeling I'm going to find something that I'm not. I feel my subconscious might be like not wanting to see, but it's gonna just happen. And I'm gonna have a spread of memories that come through. It's happened to me and over on Battery 113, the trail. There's a small bunker cap over there where they talked about. One guy actually talked about. We talk about imposters too, right? So if you get these imposters. Right? Like, oh, it looks like your father. Or, oh, it looks like, this person, that person. Well, this guy talks about this guy ripping into his skin. He brought him to Montauk, right? And they picked up Al Bielek. It's in the documentary. I'm not going to spread it, but definitely go out there and check out a documentary called Montauk Chronicles. It'll make your skin curl when you see and witness what's being said out of people's mouths and then being reenacted. I mean, I do give them credit where credit is due.
Yeah, it makes Stranger Things looks like a romper room.
What?
Oh, I said it makes Stranger Things look like romper room.
Yeah, but there's some correlations to that. I was going to tell Joe that. I was going to be like, you do talk about BMX bikes, and Stranger Things possibly could have just snatched that. You never know. You know what I mean? Because supposedly the Montauk Chronicles guy, they were trying to use some type of name, you know what I mean? Or something that he had already used. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The Duff Brothers, yeah. Look, man, Christopher put in a lot of work on that. You understand? A lot. Like, I mean, he was up there from late night till early morning.
And then these other two took the credit. Is that what you're saying?
Well, he took up the court, I believe. Last I heard, I don't know anything.
Okay.
But if it's true, they can't be doing that. You know what I mean? It's you know.
You'd be surprised how much of that happens in Hollywood, though. I mean, Steven Stilsberg. Steven Stilsberg, he's never written a damn script in his life.
I mentioned his name too. At one point, I remember him because he lived right up the street from my handler in Watermill, where my dad, his girl or his handler, girlfriend, whatever, she would take me out to Montauk on the weekends. But I had no recollection of Montauk at all. 2014, I was like, why the hell is this all coming? You know what I mean? Like, why am I even remembering anything like this? Why do I have to drive myself insane to go out there? You know what I mean? But I realized what it was. And it's like, kind of like now, looking back at it, it's like, if I go now, I might get the proper treatment, so to speak, but maybe it might be a little hard on, you know what I mean? Like hard on my, psyche a little bit or whatever. But I think that
because think about it. Because like right now, you're already having vertigo. You're already going under. Each time the memory opens up, I mean, it's a process in your brain. It's like something cracks physically.
Yeah.
So if you're there and that's happening, then that could be really, that can be really intense, I would imagine.
Well, I mean, this is we're talking next summer. So I'm going to be already through a lot of that. You understand?
Okay.
Like,
okay. So it won't come flooding in. But
no, right. The thing,
pieces,
but
there
definitely will be some serious flood. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely believe that. And, the reality of it is, people look at this stuff and they say, okay, well, why would they do such harmful things? And I sit there and I say, I say the same thing. Why would they take us 10-year-old boys
to draws out your psychic abilities,
an underground facility, use them, abuse them, and then toss them out to the street as maturing candidates, hoping that they're going to survive and making it through life, or hoping they're going to just hit that button. And we all know the button, the magical button is what I call it. Yeah. So that's what I remember it being called when I was being programmed, magical button.
And I think that kind of naturally goes off in your early 20s too. That you got to beat it, because I remember that. The suicide one, right?
Yeah. Now I'm going to play another song.
So, okay.
Now I can make it through this whole song. It's a good, I mean,
I may say something during it too. We'll see.
Just be very careful what you say. I don't want nobody getting triggered or anything like that. Okay, ready? Here we go. Wait. Nope. Nope, I got it.
Fancy turkey.
All right, so this is another song I remember hearing in one of my recalls.
Pain hits fast, so get relief fast.
And I've been hearing it this whole fucking time. Hold on. Yeah, sure. I'm going to play it on here, right, Chad?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to play it on here.
Okay. Pardon me.
Not on my phone. I'm going to play it right here on YouTube. I got it. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, strap your seatbelts in and enjoy the ride into the Montauk Mysteries in Time. Oh, no. I don't pass out links. No links. Just tell them, look my channel.
This is the all-electric Nissan Ariya.
Get links.
When dual motor
learned that one.
that helps put you in control. The Nissan Ariya is electric with an edge.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know it. I just know it because I can.
imagine being a young boy. You're lonely, walking down the street. Van pulls up, rips you in, brings you to an underground facility. You don't know what the hell to do. You're scared. You don't know if you're going to live. You just kind of, at that point, don't want to live. Because it's something you know you're going to live with for the rest of your life. And can you imagine a kid being made to listen to this over and over and over again, non-stop, over and over and over again, for hours at a time?
I was wondering when they played it for you.
When I was in sometimes the chair, I believe, or I was getting ready. Yeah, I was getting ready to be put in the chair and it'd be played. Jack Pruitt, from what I remember in a past life. Chubby guy, beard, but not beard, but like goatee kind of. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
I'm getting nauseous.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling. Okay, so all right, so while they would play that, right, is usually when I was either in the chair or they were, you know, it was, but they'd play it loud. You understand? Because it all has to tie in with the vibrations of frequencies, you know, and all of that. Like, but Preston would have a way of taking Beethoven and mixing it with like a Metallica song, or, you know what I mean? Like that's what Preston's mind was at. You know, he was like, he knew how to fucking mess with the frequency in the brain, because if you go from classical to rock to, you know what I mean, it's gonna pattern off.
Yeah.
So when you would sit in the chair, they literally had you were already, you could barely think. But the reality of it is just think about being one of those kids, chat. Think about being one of those kids, being me. We'll just say me. All right. I'll put the target on me. You know, just walking down the street, you and your friend are leaving the store, and all of a sudden you're ripped up into a fucking van, drove off to some fucking place you don't even know where the hell it is. You never heard about it or anything like that. But I mean, I can remember the smell, how damp it was. You know, being called the basement boys. That was about the kids that I remember from when I was involved in this shit. And I say shit in a prideful way, because it is shit. It was fucked up. It made my life complete shit because I didn't want to do much. It was, now I know why I was so drained all the time. Now I know why I had migraines as a kid. Now I know why I had all that stuff going on. Now I know why I was threatening suicide at a young age. Now I know. And by the way, this is for educational purposes only, 18 and older. Please be advised.
Mentality as well, right?
And what's that?
I said mentality as well has to be 18 and older.
It's Jimmy.
Not just the age, yes, and also the mentality.
Well, let me get this guess, because he definitely is interested in Montauk since I was young.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's really not like a okay. So, like, I mean, people have a hard time understanding that the underground is so like how it's structured. I mean, there are tunnels literally that you can fucking, you know, go into manholes and find these tunnels. But the problem is
in every city.
Right. And still in Montauk, I'm hearing, man, that there's a fucking bunker somewhere, and I want to find it, Chad. I want to find it.
Yeah.
And I heard it's an entrance. And down through this entrance, it's a small, okay, so I'm picturing a small building, like a power station. It's at the end of a, like, it's weird. What's coming to me is like, it's a road, right? but it's one of those roads where you can, turn around, you know what I mean, and go back. But at the end of that road is that power station. But when you walk into that power station, there's a flight of steps that goes down to that huge bottom laboratory that I was talking about.
Okay, that was in that one video.
Whoa, what the fuck did that shit come up from? My God. Wow. No, really?
Yeah.
What the fuck did I just say that for?
Because of the person in the chat that's talking about Montauk. Man,
you get me talking about Montauk. I'm telling you right
deeper.
now, you're going to get a lot of information and pretty well accuracy of these. Yeah, no, Montauk is
because they asked what was the.
What did they ask?
Yeah, well, they asked why were they doing the violence, right, or why were they treating you so badly? And it's because it's part of the program. I mean, that's how you program people to come on and pay you.
I'll tell you what.
Break someone down.
Okay, so a lot of people get special education so twisted because special education is just it's a label slapped onto somebody, and I mean, I was in special ed with a kid that is now in the CIA. Okay, like literally. So. Just because we would be made fun of and shit. But, I personally, I didn't care. I just knew that what I was being taught in school, I did not like this shit. And I didn't like the fact that I was, being brought into an underground area and being used practically whenever the fuck they wanted to. Like, I mean, and technically they can still do it.
So my school that I went to here, and I'm not going to say the name of it, is a very small school in a logging town, and it had a special ed department connected right next to it too. And I know there's a correlation there between, and then the white vans that would pull up there were for the ear testing, right? That's the only white vans I saw. So I didn't have any experiences of being taken. Mine happened differently, and I'm not sure how. And but I do feel like there were certain people at the school looking back. I'm like, man, those teachers. I'm almost sure they were CIA. And then I lived in an area where I'm pretty sure it's a pocket of CIA. But that's all I can say about it, and but I don't know, it's one of those things that mess with your head. I know there was another time where things may have happened that I don't remember, and but I think there is some things that happened in this lifetime as well. But on what level, I don't know. But you're right. I mean, there was a special ed department connected to.
Well,
you're right. They should have called it special ed.
That was the easier way for them to get us. You understand? So what I recall basically now is. When I'd be in preschool and kindergarten on the base, right? When they would come into the room, they'd have us in a circle. They'd have us in a circle, but we had these wooden desks. I remember the old 90s wooden desks, and it was just fucking. It was a huge room, one big room with all these windows, and I don't know. Something tells me that they were doing something there as well.
Okay,
it was to get you ready for your trips.
I went to one time, a couple times, like a preschool place that I think things kind of. I'm still suspicious of this building. It's a little, it's right in this little park in town, and it's got this cabin, like a log cabin. And then the other thing I noticed too is that it wasn't just that school that I went to. I got relocated quite a bit as a child. I never stayed in one place longer than 5 years.
Really?
Each school that I went to, in each school I went to, there was a different thing that I felt like I went through there in that area. And I moved around. And the one was the school I went to in Anchorage in Alaska. Because that one I hardly remember. Man, something happened there at that school, and it was like my middle school, I think. Oh no, it might have been fifth grade, something like that. Fifth grade or something.
Yeah.
And so it might have been fifth or fourth. It was the first school I went to when I went to Anchorage, Alaska, and that one was called CLAT, KLATT. School.
Okay.
And
Well, yeah.
I can't tell you anything about it. I mean, I just remember very little about it, but it's
kind of like,
And then the Boy Scouts in Oregon, when I was at the school in Oregon, and we got a really creepy feeling in Oregon, so we left right away. And then in Alaska, when we moved to different places. So, but each school kind of, there's something there. Not all of them, maybe.
Well, yeah, no, but you got to get that memory. It's like once you get hit with a solid memory, like it's happened to me so many times. Where like now, I mean, like the last few days have been pretty rocky, man.
Oh yeah.
And
that's because you had that chat, and that WhatsApp connection.
Yeah. I really think he did it in a way not spiteful or anything, but just because he doesn't want to talk about it anymore. He made that clear. He's done talking about it.
Well, that's okay. He doesn't need to. He came on and he spoke.
Right. It traumatizes him, and
that's what I knew it was going to do too, and I knew that's what you were going to say. Like you were saying, people have a hard time coming on here talking about this stuff because it's very traumatizing. But what they don't realize is what happens after the show. I already know with you. I have to check in with you, tomorrow. And I'll say everything okay. I usually do that after something like this. I
Well,
just want to make sure
because
that because I get concerned because I know it's going to trigger you.
well, I mean, I'm not really that triggered, honestly.
All right. Yeah. No, you're not. You're right.
Because I'm at a point where it's kind of like leveling out. It's like it hit that rocky point of all that crap that I really needed to know. But then, I turned it around and I'm trying to make it as positive as possible, but at the same time, yeah, I want people to hear the truth. Yeah, I want people to know that these bases, or this base particularly, has been, operating since a long time ago. And I believe there's still something going on there. Nothing will ever not convince me that there's something.
Well, like you
not
said,
in there.
Montauk equals Fowler.
Well, I didn't. I just repeated what was told to me through somebody that's very special. And and I mean special because he's going to let me do some really cool things.
Montauk is the Indian,
right? Right. Montauk, it's right.
Okay.
It had something to
So
do
is he
with
saying the facility equals Fowler or the word equals Fowler?
I don't. The word.
Okay, I get it then. All right.
You get it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
What is numerology? Sorry.
I don't know, man. Like I kind of like I'm always like when I first went out there, right? Okay, I'm gonna have a fucking bad. I thought it was gonna be bad. Like at first I was like really nervous going out there, and the first time I went out there, I located
with the handler girl.
Is
that what you're talking about?
Well,
you
I
out there?
remember being brought up there, and when she would bring me up there, what would happen is she would always tell me there's a jolly old guy, right? And that jolly old guy is Preston. And he likes, younger guys, is what I can recall. And she tried to contact me, I'd say about maybe 5, 6, 7 months ago. And offered me if I needed a place to stay and all this shit, dude. Because she even mentioned, I heard you mention something about me on an interview, and I said, what are you talking about? I played stupid, but I'm like, fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's the only thing. Yeah, I can see you. But I kind of just get this fucking weary feeling like she had a major impact on it as well.
Now, you said when you first went there, you didn't like it, right? It wasn't something that struck
I
you.
didn't like it at all.
Yeah. So when did it do that? When did it ring that you were talking about it ringing to you when you first went there? When did it start ringing to you then, or whatever?
Oh, well, no, I had full-blown panic attacks and flashbacks with it at the same time.
Okay.
At one point.
Yeah.
But I think what that was I don't know, man. I played around there to a point where like the time just went. No, it was like my phone went completely dead at 100% within 20 minutes of being on the property.
Okay. Do you think you have things in the air too?
What's that?
It's all underground, right? Everything comes from underground, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, some things can be done above, but
that's what I was wondering. Yeah, because the draining of the battery is usually
real serious stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, right? Yeah.
Well, or I could have just been walking over a part of the base.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Yeah.
That happens a lot.
A lot of water goes down there, right? A lot of water feeds that facility still, from what I understand. But I think that brings up the name you don't like. Yeah, so we won't go there. Do I still have you? Hey.
Then Ray. Fuck them. They don't want the truth out there, I'm telling you. I had a network change. What the fuck? Woo!
I'm feeling the way that I feel myself. Fuck everyone else. I remember that nobody's better than anyone else. Yeah. Look what they do to you, look what they do to me. Must be broken if you think that either one is free. Yeah. I'm ready for love and I'm ready for war, but I'm ready for more. I know that nobody's ever been this fucking ready before. Yeah. It's a time to take it over. So figure it out, I'll figure it out. I figured it out. The bigger the river, the bigger the drought. Get up on your knees, boy, and face to face with God. Find out what you are. And I can't get wrong.
All right. It looks like they do not want me to speak about that at all. I mean, I had something happened to my whole internet. It shut completely down, shut my Wi-Fi completely down, shut everything completely fucking down, and went right back. Yeah. They do not want me speaking, nor do they want anyone else speaking. Maybe I should put on an older interview of me talking about this stuff. Let's see. I got this.
Thank you very much for starting this interview.
Who raised me would say is,
Androna Talks Radio, gathering as one in our sovereign truth from a galactic perspective, exploring our world with new ideas, knowledge, and the promise of a better future. Galactic discussions for galactic-minded people. Androna Talks.
Okay, so welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us today on Androna Talks Radio. We have an interesting guest here, Rocko Fowler, who is we're going to have a discussion regarding Montauk and some of his recall as an experiencer and so many other things regarding the facility and some of the many different topics of what's happening today. So here's Rocko. Hello, Rocko. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing good. So, I mean, we just started talking. We kind of went back and forth a little bit here and there, and a good friend of ours kind of connected us. And she's a wonderful person.
Absolutely,
so, yeah,
Elizabeth is a sweetheart.
She's great.
Okay.
And so, yeah, she was telling me about you, and I had discussed how I actually traveled up to Montauk, and we began to have some discussions because I was, walking around and looking at some things. And I did this a few years ago because I just felt like there was something was bothering me about it. And then, I kind of let it go. I didn't do anything regarding the situation. I didn't go with anyone. I talked to a friend of mine. And then about a year and a half later, I'm talking to Preston Nichols, after he passed over, and communicating with others. And so,
I think I'm going to do the same. Yeah, I'm going to turn it in.
If the quality women around you aren't available, consider the Philippines. Filipino women.
On the gate of my birth, there was a hurricane shaking the earth. That was God's warning, and Kenny gon' be taking his turn. Hate for the nurse, coming from a place that was hurt. The people came me dirty, made it my worth. So I bled in my seats, never die on my feet, and live on my hands and knees. Look in my eyes and you see some shit that you can't believe. They try to play me like I was never the man to please. Bitch, I watched my father almost die from having cancer. Jeez, I seen a lot of fakes. And shout out to the love, but I received a lot of hate. Me and the demon on the tape. I'm seeing what's at stake on my plate. The money the same shade, the green that's on the snake contemplate. The trials in your cruise. I bet that you could never walk a mile in my shoes. Being this sap shit is like miles with the blues. I done been through so much loss, pay the dues of what it costs to know that I'll never lose. I've been around the greatest in the game. I've been around the broads in the chains, but it don't mean a thing. Everybody wanna be king. Everybody wanna be king. I made it from the pain, puddles in the rain, the money in the fame.